Hi guys, welcome back to Jano's Crown. Thank you a million times for logging in. I really appreciate and I don't take it for granted. Okay, if this is your first time, you're welcome and I bet you're going to love every bit on this channel. Okay, so without much ado, let us head to today's video, guys. Yay! So in today's video, guys, we are going to look at, I'm going to discuss on solution focused therapy, or I'm going to look at a situation. It is a scenario whereby, okay, I'll start with a story. Yes, I'm this kind of a person who like things done thoroughly. Okay, if I want, for example, for me, a one has to be a one, a two has to be a two, and I fall maybe in a category due to personality and everything, like in the category of people who are just perfectionists, something like that. Okay, so in my career, in my profession, in my family and everything, I've just come to realize that this thing of being a perfectionist sometimes works against you. Okay, you have a situation before you, you need to sort it out. Okay, and then being a perfectionist that I am, I want things to be okay, and sometimes I'm drawn back thinking that maybe everybody around you thinks like you, but that is not the case. Okay, because I give an example of a nine. If one person is looking at a nine, they might see a six, and another person will see a nine. Okay, looking at a glass, if it is a glass half full of water, and you ask somebody a question, you're like, what do you see before you? The person will be so quick to give you an answer. Yeah, I can see a half a glass. Another one will tell you, I can see an empty glass. Okay, and another one will tell you, I see a glass that has water or has a liquid in it. Okay, so you come to understand that different people, different situations allows people to react or to respond differently. So when you come back to reality in life, you realize that in my career personally, like in my career, in my family life, in my social life, I've just come to realize that sometimes being a perfectionist, it works against you. So I was just having this conversation with one of my friends. Okay, sometimes they say, show me your friends and I'll tell you the kind of a person you are. So I was just like, just having a chit chat with her about her every day here and there. Yes. And then she was like, now, sometimes maybe when you encounter a situation as a person, have you ever thought about solution focused, solution focused therapy or something like that? And she was like, this is a situation whereby when you're faced with a problem, many of us, what naturally we are going to do is to start analyzing how big that problem was. Maybe you are just on the road and you had, yeah, a minor accident accidentally. Okay, so instead of just looking at how you're going to get out of that situation, what are you supposed to do? Calling the police, or are you going to discuss and see if you can just let each other go? Or maybe just in normal life, you are just trying to do something, then you hurt your hand. Instead of just thinking of the basic first aid that you're going to do so that you stop bleeding, what naturally you might find yourself doing is just thinking, what was I doing? Then I cut my hand. What was I doing? Then I got into that accident. So you preposition your mind to always magnify the problem instead of thinking and having a solution and moving to the next level. You are so busy analyzing the solution and your mind the problem, and your minds will actually tell you how big that problem is. And when you keep on doing that, you realize that sometimes it stresses you, because anytime you are faced with a problem, instead of looking for a solution, you will always start magnify the problem. You always look at how big, you start blaming yourself. You're just like, it couldn't have been this way if I could have thought, or if I could have started, or if I could have kept quiet. You will have 101 reasons blaming yourself. Why? Supposing you could have done it differently, maybe things could have been different. Okay, so today I'm sharing this as a personal experience. I've learned from it, and actually it is working for me. Okay, and I believe if you embrace such a situation, if you embrace this scenario in your daily life, believe you me, it will change you. Okay, you have a situation at hand. Maybe, for example, you are assigned at work, you are assigned an assignment and you've not done it. Yes, the bottom line is you have not done it. And the more you continue giving reasons why you have not done it, actually you're wasting time. Yeah, you're wasting time. So in essence, what you're supposed to do is to see how you're going to start working on this report or working on this presentation, so that by the time maybe your supervisor or maybe the team that you are working together on something needs a feedback, you are going to apologize. I'm sorry, I'm late. I've submitted my report late, but actually I've started and this is where I am. Yes, solution best. You look at the solution, you don't magnify the problem. Okay, you are late. You are meant to be in a meeting, for example, at 9. You are arriving at 9:30 when everybody else has settled in and actually they've started the meeting without you. Instead of you arriving and just trying to listen through what you have missed, at least be able to capture what you'll be able to capture, then whatever that you missed. I know in most meetings, at the end of the meeting, the chair or the person chairing the meeting is definitely going to summarize what was discussed. And then after the meeting, you can pick one of your friends or one of your colleagues just to summarize for you the areas that you missed. But you tell yourself, I'm already late. When I look at my watch, it is already 9:30 and the meeting started at 9. So even if I go, I'm going to get nothing. So you end up missing the entire meeting. You don't turn up. And by you failing to turn up now, the situation is worse. You never came for this meeting. So you will be explaining why you never came for this meeting, whereas it could have been much easier. You could have come to this meeting. Yes, you are late by 30 minutes. Yes, but everybody will be like, yeah, maybe you're held up somewhere or something happened, but at least you had to show up. Okay, so as a mom, as a millennial mom, as a young mom, as you as a woman, learn to rise up, learn to show up. Okay, do not always conclude in your mind. If something happens, then you are like, come on, I'm not going to show up because everybody will be wondering, why am I late? No, stop that attitude and start showing up. Start from somewhere. Okay, start from somewhere. People will realize the effort. Okay, they will see the effort. They will see the effort that you put in, and when you at least ask for support, somebody will be ready to assist you. But when you just let it go, you let it slide. Today, honestly, you are late because something came up. Maybe your child was unwell, you are trying to do 1, 2, 3, but eventually you showed up. Somebody will not realize what happened, but they will appreciate the fact that you showed up in their meeting, you showed up in their event, even if you are late. Okay, you had the courtesy at least, to send someone a message. You are meant to give a feedback. Maybe in, like, personally in my normal communication, I will always respond and confirming, I'll reach out on this particular date. If I realize I never showed up on that particular date, to me it is not about having the information to give out, but the appreciation will come when you realize that actually you are able to be committed. When you commit something, you rise up and show up. When you commit that you'll do something, yes, you don't have it, but that courtesy, that respect of just showing up and saying, yeah, I'm here. It is not the way you thought it could be done, but I'm here. Yes, people appreciate that. And in real life, for example, even you are meant to do minutes, you are meant to write a report, you are meant, for example, to give a feedback on something. And things happen, life happens. in and out. You are not able to do that. You are not able to prepare yourself. Okay, so in the normal circumstances, you'll tell yourself, I'm not going to show up in that damn meeting because everybody will be expecting me to give an update. As a team, you've been assigned a task. Okay, maybe you're going to meet weekly, you're going to meet twice a week, sometimes depending on the time frame that you have, you're going to meet maybe twice a month, depending on the duration that you have for you to complete a certain task. And each of your team members is assigned something. You have something that you have to act on, but you realize that, yeah, I didn't do it. Okay, so my advice, my encouragement is, don't shy away. Do not shy away. Do not fear. No, show up. Okay, showing up and responding, even if in a very small way, will go a long way in giving a feedback. It will communicate to the other person, to the rest of the team members. It will show them your commitment. Okay, and it comes down to you as a person. You can imagine you are meant to go and exercise to the gym, and you just realize that maybe you are meant to be there for an hour, but something came up and you are late. By the time you get there, you'll be 20 minutes late or 30 minutes late. My advice to you as a woman, is a young mom, please show up. Yes, please show up. By you showing up today, you're going to utilize 30 minutes that could have gone to you building castles in the air and building those whys in your mind, but you're going to show up and it will make a difference. You're going to exercise for 20 minutes. Today you will exercise for 20 minutes. If you had followed your instinct and told yourself, let me stay, those 20 minutes could have gone to waste. And those 20 minutes you could have drained yourself thinking, oh my, I didn't show up, oh my. Yeah. So in this video, I'm just saying, let us learn to show up. Don't always be so critical of yourself. Okay? In everything that happens, we are human. We are human. Appreciate the fact that you are not perfect. Okay? Me as a believer, me as a Christian, I know. Even the Bible tells me, even Jesus himself said he is not perfect. Okay? So I'm not going to strangle myself. I'm not going to be so strict on myself and fail to do the minimum. Okay? In the best book that I've read, Atomic Habits, okay, it says that small actions taken over time, they compound. Okay, and when they compound, they make a difference. That at the end, when you realize the bigger difference that you made, it will shock you as a person. Okay, so in the solution based therapy, that I appreciate my friend who just changed my perspective. Okay, I used to be so hard on myself, and then I'm like, I need to do things perfectly. But I realized that by just showing up, by starting a report, at least I'll have the first draft. By me having the first draft, next time I'll be reviewing it, it will be much better because now I'll be having the second draft. And before I know it, I have a final draft and I have the final document to present. Okay, so learn to show up, learn to take those minimal actions. Okay, because eventually they compound, and when they compound, they are going to show the difference compared to if you had decided to give up. Okay, so don't do away with that habit of just concluding, I'm late, I'm not going to show up, I didn't do it, so yeah, I'll explain. No, it is better you explain to me. When you have something, tell me, I started here, and actually after 2 chapters, and I'm sorry I've not finished, but I will. At least I'll appreciate the effort. Okay, you have started. And even as a person, in anything that you want to do, have that draft in yourself. Start somewhere and work on it. Okay, you don't set goals at the beginning of the year telling yourself, I'm going to look, yeah, I'm going to show up, I'm going to go to the gym, I'm going to go and work out. But you realize that, yeah, you have small kids. The day you wanted to go to the gym, you're called and then you are like, yeah, your child is not feeling well. So definitely you're not going to go to the gym. You're going to come and look after your child. Okay? So things will always happen, things will always show up, but make a commitment to yourself to show up. Just show up. Okay, so until our next video, I hope this was helpful. Okay, you take care of yourself. And what do we say on this channel? Blessings.